Maybe that's what it is. The traffic sucks. I bet the traffic, because like the traffic in Dallas is pretty bad sometimes. But you know, usually only during like I guess peak hours. But I can imagine that in Seattle it would be pretty bad. All right, discuss the plan. Earlier, Volfred called for a group meeting, presumably to reveal his plan in more detail. Instead, he reveals some bad news. Ooh. Wait, what are you saying? What I'm saying, my boy, is that while you can indeed get yourself out of here, it can't be all of you at once. We earn our way back one by one or not at all. Ooh. That's not cool. Top 5 for yours. Jeez. Top 5 for U.S. worst traffic in Seattle. I bet LA is like 1. Because they get pretty bad up there. But I swore we'd go free together. We may go free together yet, but it's going to take time, and this is only the first phase. You, Hedwyn, and the others exchange glances. And I'm just like, I can't go at all, so quit complaining. Let me make this plainer for you still. Here is how the coming days are going to unfold. First, we're going to ascend Mount Alodiel. There to the north you may not think this wagon's fit for it, yet rest assured it's made the journey many times. Next, we'll pass through Scribe's Gate. Only the worthy pass through there, as your reader could attest if she did not merely skim that chapter of the book. He's judging me for my reading skills. The judgment of the scribes determines who can cross and who is sent the fast way down. That doesn't sound good. Afterwards, we'll reach the Fall of Solium and meet our adversaries in the rites. They are to be the Tempers, led by the demon Ignarius. You'll know him when you see him. A mighty triumvirate that has been the closest rival to the Nightwings, led by the demon Ignarius. Both you and they shall choose someone from your respective ranks. Then one of the triumvirates prevails. There somebody will be whisked home to the Commonwealth. Oh, man. One at a time? Whisked home to the Commonwealth? Precisely. Once returned, our somebody is taken in and clothed and fully pardoned. The Commonwealth knows about all this? The same Commonwealth that says that a sentence into exile is forever and freedom from the downside is impossible? Many of these details the scribes themselves wish to be kept secret. Former exiles and the leaders of the Commonwealth alike have good incentive to protect those secrets well. And that's why we're going to overthrow them! Right? Tree man? So that's it then. We climb down the mountain, someone goes back, and everyone else stays? For most of those participating in the rites, yes, that's it. But I like your connotation, and indeed, for us, that isn't it at all. If one of us returns, it shall just be a step along our path. However, let's let that sit for now. Gather your strength. We shall talk again on our way up. So I better not lose, because if I lose this next one, I feel like somebody's not going to get to go home, and they're going to be really sad. Volfred leaves the rest of you to consider what he said. You have time for now, for your vocations. At dawn you shall begin your ascent to the Mount Alodiel. Alright, what do we want to do today? Let's see here. Oh, well maybe I should study in private. I feel like this rite is really important. Need to give them all some boosts. Okay. Hope, quickness, and presence. Increases the size of the auras, makes them faster. Reduces exile's banishment during the rites. I can't even do this one. It's probably not even. Master the other aspects of the book to unlock this. Let's do Mystic Power. Alright. So now they've all got plus to their makes their auras bigger. So hopefully it'll be better next fight. Okay, I don't have anything in the wagon. Let's continue. Mount Alodiel. On our way. Going through the frozen tundra where water is just pouring down from some... Oh! See, look how pretty this is! Oh my goodness. We've got like a little... Looks like Jodariel over here. And look, there's another masked guy up there. This is really cool. Here before you lies Mount Elodiel, stretching far beyond your line of sight. Somewhere among this mountain lies the only place from which you can escape the downside. Your companions gather around again before Volfred, who stands tall as ever, whether from cold air or just the subject now at hand. You sense a tension in the air. I haven't played those either. I have friends who've played them and they love them. This is the first Supergiant game that I've played. It's funny because I like made the costumes before I actually played it. My boyfriend, he's the one who was like, we should do these for PAX, and I was like, okay. And now I've been playing it, and I really like it a lot. They're both great games. I'll have to check them out because I've heard nothing but good things about it, so I'm gonna have to check them out as well. Now then, you all have many questions, no? I've done a lot of talking, so go on, ask away. But there is only silence. One question stands out in your mind, which you refrain from asking yet. If only one of you is to go free at first, who shall it be? That's a good question. Who are we gonna send first? Go on now, don't be shy. Who first? Questions. Why us? Why you indeed, madam. That I can explain. You've seen the sort you stand against as adversaries in the rights. What is it they want, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They'll settle for it in the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom and some cushy new responsibilities. Perhaps then they'll have a hand in sending still more exiles here to join us. Think on it. The Commonwealth arose from the ashes of the fallen empire thanks to the efforts of the first exiles who escaped the place via the rights. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those ones who live to redeem their transgressions. They have certain wisdom, do they not? But as for you, I have been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. All I needed was for someone appropriate to show up and to listen. I know, right? Hi, Imre Guns. Welcome to my channel. Yeah, I know the visuals are really pretty. It's almost like a visual novel kind of that you do a little gameplay in between. But yeah, the art is fantastic. I love it. And all the different characters are really interesting. They're designed really well. So I planted my little eyes and ears throughout this land, whispering at hints of this, absurd as it may sound, took someone with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. That someone proved to be Hedwin over there. He was tasked with seeking 2 trustworthy allies, an old buried wagon and a reader. He was invited to bring the others for the ride, all different sorts, gather enough help, and he and his friends could be free. Long story, but you know much of the rest. So then, why you? Because I've reason to believe you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hand. The rights, as you have seen, are quite exclusive. You are imposters in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up. Now then, more questions. Your head is beginning to spin. You can excuse yourself or keep listening. No, we should listen. We should listen. This is important. Volfred's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb as much of it as he is willing to tell you at this point. He prompts for further questions, when Jodariel raises her voice again. Hold, you mistook my meaning. If I understand your plan, still I wish to know, why us? Why are we, among all others, chosen for this liberation rite? Ah, I see. Well, but that is simple, really, madam. You are chosen, you are qualified, I should say, because, as the expression goes, 'tis what the scribes ordain, though in this case the expression is quite literally true. When the 8 created the rites, each one of them anointed certain other exiles to participate on their behalf, exiles who showed some promise of redemption. The triumvirates they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as the individuals moved on or passed on. You've met them as they are today, the accusers, the withdrawn, and so on. These are the other dudes I fought. The 8 scribes also formed a special group, against which all others would be judged. The group they called the Nightwings. That's us. Listen to the music. That's the other thing, like, it's got really good visuals, and the art is fantastic, and the character design's really good. And then the music is like super fantastic as well. It's just so, it fits really well and it sounds nice and chill. I really like it. You bear their books, wear their masks and raiments. You need but show up to the rites you see. The others erstwhile jockey for position for a chance to take you on. Yeah, well, what if we don't? What if we don't show up? Well, then you would deny yourselves a chance at freedom, and deny it also to your adversaries. Victory means nothing in the common right, then. Participation is all that matters. Not so, madam. Only the enlightened may regain their freedom. While failure can be an excellent teacher, the scribes do favor the victor. So you see, those who do not conduct the rites, or do not prevail in them sufficiently, they may find themselves barred from the liberation rites, but these are technicalities. The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then, no one has gone free. Oh, wow. So they have to fight the Nightwings in order to be freed. So, that's pretty serious, I feel like. Yet still, the other triumvates pressed on, with fleeting hope that one day you'd be back. It's been a heavy price to pay in all this. Now, if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again some other time. Some murmur to themselves about all this. Volfred takes his leave. Others reconnoiter. I don't know that word. This is another word in here that I'm not. Reconnoiter. Like if they're reconnaissancing? Is that the reconnaissance? But that's the term. Thanks, Cammy Pie. Thanks for coming on and watching. Glad to meet you. Have a good night. Hope to see you again soon. I'll have to follow your channel as well. And more of these noodle gang people. Sounds awesome. Thanks for coming. You too. Yeah. Other pathways leading up the mountain and present you with some options. They reconnaissance. I guess it's reconnoiter. I guess it's like the verb for I don't know. Emperor's Ascent. A gap through the nameless lower summits beneath Mount Elodiel. Faye believes the 8 scribes will bless whoever goes there. Okay. Emperor's Fall. A pathway to the outskirts of Mount Elodiel's nameless lower summits. Pemetha expects some long-lost valuables to be stashed here. I want some blessings, so I'm gonna go get some blessings because I'll need it for the rite. I feel like I'm worried it's gonna be a little intense, and I don't want to lose this one. The sublime beauty of Mount Elodiel, along with the thin air in this high above the sea, has been enough to silence even the most talkative of your companions. However, Faye has been positively bursting with excitement. Isn't it wonderful? I think it really is, don't you? Screech you. Oh, Tizo's so sad. He says he seems not to share Faye's enthusiasm. He does not like the cold. You've been here before, Tizo, isn't that so? Why would you ever leave? I wouldn't leave. I'd stay. I think I'd stay. Unless maybe I got too cold or hungry. Wait, is that? Something about her changes, then. Wait, look, but Tizo, don't you see? Look, don't you see them there? Scrackery? He seems to be exclaiming something in utter disbelief. You yourself see nothing, but Faye rises almost off her feet as the imp looks on, astonished. Was that the scribes? It was. I know it was. They said something to me. They spoke to me. They told us we are welcome. That we're welcome here. Faye runs off to spread the word among all your companions. Strangely enough, her enthusiasm is infectious, and in spite of everything, your spirits rise. +2 hope! That's awesome! Yeah! I'm glad I picked the other one besides hope then, because now we've got hope and aura is bigger. Which is great. Okay, what we've got next? Temple High Road. First of 2 paths leading to the mountain summit. Hedwyn expressed a passing whim to see the view from here. Okay. Temple Cistern, second of 2 paths leading to the mountain summit. Sir Gilman wishes to look upon the sacred waters here. Okay, so both of them just want to look at stuff. Sacred waters or the view? Let's look at sacred waters. Let's do that. That sounds cool. Hopping along on my wobbly wagon. All the way back up to what? How did you get from there to there? I don't know. I don't know how they got up there from there. Seems a little ridiculous. At long last! The worm surges towards the waters of the cistern. You decide to join him for a brief excursion there after another hard day's ride. You find him in a shallow pool, appearing very much contented. Oh, look how happy he is. He's got a little heart around his eyeball. This night he thought he may never feel fresh water's cool caress against his scales. He sighs, splashing about from time to time, then turns his attention over to you. You, Master Reader, you are most kind to take with you this wayward knight. He swears to prove himself to you and to the rest. He knows that soon now someone may go free. He knows the choice of whom may weigh upon you heavily indeed. Do I get to choose who gets to go? I don't know if I can do that. That's stressful. For it is you who ought to make the choice. Is that not so? This night he heard it from the others, so it must be true. Oh, they all want me to choose. I don't even know if that's how it works. It probably is because them playing the game, so it's probably how it works. But still, that's stressful. I don't want to make a choice like that. So should I choose the person who did the best? Or should I choose the ones that I don't really care about that much so that I can keep the really good ones to the end of the game? Now listen, please, upon what this little honor this knight has. This knight's penance isn't yet complete. There's much atoning to be done. So when rises the occasion to decide who ought to go free, this knight wants you to know something. Please do not choose him, even if you wish, and not even if you can. He begs of you, please allow this knight that simple dignity. Alright, well that makes my choice a little easier. I'm not gonna choose the worm dude. It's probably Headwind says the same thing to you if you go where Headwind wants to go. He's like, don't pick me. Choose the ones you don't care about, keep the cool ones. I agree. I think that's what I should go with. I should get rid of the ones that I'm like, eh. But right now I really like all the characters that I'm with, so that's gonna be really hard. I mean, I guess I could get rid of the bird girl because I don't know her very well. But I really like how she plays, so I don't really want to get rid of her yet.